So Pixar recently released a movie called Soul. It's just a beautiful, beautiful story, and
you should watch it. We are not going
message.
Oh yeah, they recently released it in Korea. Yeah, maybe in the States it was like a while ago, but in Korea
even in Korea it's been a while ago.
Oh, okay, never mind. But anyways, the point is that if you watch Soul, you'll see our reference here. Like the point, the moral of the day from that movie is that life is a blessing, life is art. So yeah, I would say as long as you recognize the things that you do are artistic and art and are to be grateful for and to be feeling blessed about, then life is art.
Right.
That was perfect. Sorry. Okay, that was too much. Another way of incorporating art. Making art.
I mean, I love dancing. I danced in college, and I loved it. Even when I was in Korea for my gap semester, I was going to house dance classes, and it was really nice. Like moving your body itself, like I think fumes out energy, and yeah, like it really made me feel good about myself. And
definitely. Wait, so that makes me wonder, do you think exercising is art? Running?
I think
jogging?
I think if in this way we're gonna define everything as art.
Yeah.
What do you think is art? Maybe we should save this question for later.
Yeah, let's define art together in a bit. But like when you think about the word or the phrase to make art, it feels like you have to be in touch with God's spirit and like be in the flow and draw a Renaissance masterpiece. But actually, I would say that room decor is art. Like the way college dormitory room decoration.
Yeah, the aesthetics. They're very important.
They're all art. And also, you know what you guys are all doing every single day and maybe not are recognizing as art? Instagram, TikTok, social media. Honestly, dude, every moment I post an Instagram story, I try to make it artistic, and I feel like I'm creating art.
Like a mood board.
The mood board, but also the stories that I post, like the font, the typography. Yes, I'm using the word typography. I'm gonna make it that classy.
Wow.
The fonts
on
that I
Instagram.
use. Yeah, and like the color selections palette. I think that's all art. Like taking photos, posing for photos.
I think it's human nature to value aesthetics and beauty, because like you would see me as a nerd, but I'm not ashamed. I am a nerd. I think math is beautiful, and especially when I took my because math is all about uncovering truths in this universe, and once you have a piece of paper and you try to convey that through math, like it turns out so beautiful, like the XY graphs. And especially when I took the class, complex analysis class, I think the third or the fourth dimension was expressed in color. So it was a graph, a 3D graph with colors, and it just seemed so beautiful. Like it's I thought, wow, math is art. So
guys, she's very serious right now.
Okay, anyway,
but
moving on from my
that's an interesting point you raised. Like, because you said that people all want to incorporate art in our lives. Maybe it's important to include art in our lives. Like, what would life be without art? Why do you think it's become so important to, like, art almost feels like a holy dimension. Like it feels whole, like something very divine, something that's unapproachable from our daily human lives. Why do we put art on a pedestal? / why do we need art in our lives?
Oh, that's such a good question. Yeah, why do we need art?
Do you think it's because... Okay, I'm gonna be a bit spiritual here, but since our topic, we mentioned that we're gonna be a bit spiritual, I think it's gonna be fine. It's a safe space here. Like, I believe in the universe powers and things like that, and I think humans are all born creators, you know?
Oh, wow.
I think we're all like divine beings. Each of us are holy. I won't go so far as to say that we're God, but humans are divine creatures, and we were naturally born as creators. So it's within our human nature. It's within our DNA to want to create. And by creating, we can express ourselves. It's a form of self-expression. We want to be heard. We want to be seen. We want to be loved. We want to be noticed by other people. And I think the most natural way of expressing our nature,
Ourselves.
like our essence, is
like the fundamental core.
Fundamental core. Our essence is through art, right? Like, if we feel good, we dance. If we eat good food, for example, if I eat something that's really delicious, like, I naturally hum or sing or dance. Like, it's just very intuitive to react that way.
That reminds me of a book that I read. It's called Epic of Gilgamesh. It was written in the Mesopotamian region, like in 2100 BC. So that was mostly like 4,000 years ago, right? And so here's the quote that made me think about, and here it goes. But until the end comes, enjoy your life. Spend it in happiness, not despair. Savor your food. Make each of your days a delight. Bathe and anoint yourself. Wear bright clothes that are sparkling clean. Let music and dancing fill your house. Love the child who holds you by the hand, and give your wife pleasure in your embrace. That is the best way for a man to live.
Wow.
This was written 4,000 years ago. Like, Epic of Gilgamesh was one of the very first novels that was written. And yeah, like, even in these like old ancient literature, it talks about life and the need for art in our lives.
And the way they expressed art, the way they describe art, is so natural. It's so daily. It's just full of daily activities.
Right.
You know? Love the child. Wear clothes. Like, bathe.
Wear bright clothes.
Oh, yeah. It's very important. Sorry. Important detail
bright
there.
Clothes.
Exactly.
That part I love.
But that's so... You know, like, I feel like the most poignant and the most, like, deep lessons in life are the simplest.
Right, yeah. Simple is the best, I think.
The world is simple. The universe, life is all simple. We all just overcomplicate it.
Maybe we overcomplicate it.
We were born to love art. We were born to feel good, right? At the end of the day, why do we work? Why do we study? Why do we hustle? Why do we, like, spend sleepless nights staying over, being overworked, all stressed, miss our family? Well, like, why do we all do this? It's to feel good. And very counterintuitively enough, we do this because we want a good life for ourselves. No one starves themselves. No one overworks themselves to suffer. It's all because they want to wear nice clothes. They want to be prettier. They want to go on a vacation to earn money so that they can spend happy days.
But do you think it's enough to just appreciate art? Do you think we should excel in some form of art as well? Because I think life isn't just about sensory appeasements. It should also about going after your values and really giving it all. Like, give what it takes to achieve your dreams and like create something, do something. Art sometimes has to incorporate excruciating processes and struggles. For instance, I love playing the piano, and I love music, but I hadn't had a chance to really practice it during the last 7 years. So for my last semester, I took a piano course, and whenever I was practicing my piano pieces, especially Hanon books, they required a lot of time and effort, and my fingers would hurt so much after my practices. And it wasn't even about just hitting the right notes. It was also about bringing emotions and really trying to express everything through your music. And I think when I thought about artists beforehand, I just had these fantasies that they were always happy, they loved what they do. But being an artist really requires discipline and so many practices and so many trials and errors. And I think that's also very similar to life itself, because life can be defined by successes and failures, all of them. And also our processes of trying to become better and trying to make this place a better world. And it requires a lot of self-discipline sometimes. Like, you have to wake up in the morning, you have to get up, take a shower, and those efforts are really, really important to, at least to me, really important to how I define myself and how I view the world. So,
wow, I'm so touched by everything you said. That was really just a moment that I had with how beautiful human creatures are. Sorry, that's random side mark, but I really love that you've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. Humans were born as if we're animals, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We are animals who want to just feel good. If we lived in an animalistic way, we would be hunting. We would be just devouring other people's foods, eating each other, whatever. But because we are social creatures as well as animals, we were trained and socially cultivated to perform and to get results, right? We are prized by leading results. We are categorized or even numbered in orders by whether we're number 1 or number 2 in how well we perform. So I think as human beings, no one requires us to excel in art. It's not compulsory to be great at art, but because what we want to do, if we truly love art, if it's not our duty to be great at art, if we are an engineer, no one requires us to be a great pianist as well. But because if we choose it to become our living, then I think, yes, of course, it requires immense discipline to excel in a form of art. But I think there's another way to view this question: should humans excel in a form of art? I think this question could also be interpreted as, of course, you should excel in art if you choose it as a living, but that's not what you're asking. I think how I interpret this question is, should we as human beings be obliged to excel in a craft or be obliged to master a form of art?
I think it's a yes or no. It depends on a person. But if I had my own kids, I would want them to